us through that ending and how tough it is to walk out of here.
Thank you.
Walk out of here with a loss after you guys played so well.
I mean, obviously, losing Smarty, losing Bang, that hurt us a little bit. Those guys are veteran basketball players, and young players came in and did a great job of filling in for them. But we had the games, pretty well managed for the most part. And down the stretch, I missed some easy ones. Had Joel in the ISO to give us a quick two. Got a great block on it, but we were going back and forth. But little plays, rebounding, fouling. Me backing off of Jimmy Butler for the three where they tied it at 105-105. It was back and forth. It was a great game. This type of game you don't really get too often in the regular season. But we know kind of those guys really well in that locker room, and the competition was at an all-time high, but just didn't come out with it.
What was working for you guys early in that game? You guys came out pretty sharp.
Well, I mean, they don't really have that many guys that could come off pick and roll the guard. Us 1 through 5. They did a great job of packing the paint, but in terms of switching any of those guys on the perimeter, we pretty much dominated those matchups. I just missed some easy ones tonight out of my 29 attempts, and just pull-ups, and just to have it give us a larger room for error. We could have had a 15-point lead, 17-point, whatever we were up, and just managed the game a lot better, and that starts with us.
In terms of the progression of the team, a step forward, I know there's never a good loss.
I mean, you just take the lessons and move forward. That's all you can do. Down the stretch, like I said, some of the switching, that was like the possessions down the stretch where Jimmy was getting in, bringing in a pick and roll, taking some tough shots, and they getting offensive rebounds. That really hurt us. So they made the plays down the stretch, and they deservedly won.
That play where Embiid blocked, it looked like you got him beat, and then he recovered. Were you expecting?
I think he blocked it behind him. I don't know if he got a clean block on it, but I thought I had him beat. Clean block. It was a great defense.
Kyrie, you said that you don't get a lot of these types of games in the regular season, so how important are these experiences heading into the playoffs?
Oh, they're important. Obviously, it's nothing like the playoffs, but it was a great, crowd every night. Always great in Philly, especially when the Celtics play the Sixers, so it was fun.
Kyrie, they outshot you at the free throw line 43-16. That's got to be almost impossible to win.
Ditto. Ditto. Yeah. So I came to the bench one time, and I think they were at the free throw disparity was I think it was 36 to 12 at one point. We're out. But it is what it is. The game it's gonna flow like that sometimes. You gotta be able to weather the storm. We still had a chance to win. But like I said, this one, for me, just going back and looking at the film as I do tomorrow, just look at all the shots that I could have kind of probably kicked out or made an adjustment on my jump shot at the point of my shot. Just be better going forward.
Kyrie, did you talk to Marcus at all after he got ejected or have a conversation with him?
I mean, well, he knows. I mean, he took responsibility for it. He knows how much of a big piece he is for us, and when we need him out there in terms of his smarts and being out there, being aggressive on the defensive end, and as well as Baines going down, battling with Joel. Those were big parts of the game. And, but we don't want to make any excuses. Those things can't happen in terms of Smarty getting ejected, especially when we're in an environment like this. And we talked about it, and we squashed it out and move on.
After he went out, one guy who stepped up and gave you guys some quality minutes was Shemi. When you guys see him, he doesn't get a ton of minutes, a ton of time out there. When you guys see him kind of deliver in that type of game, in an environment at this stage of the season, what does that do for your confidence knowing that he's going to be ready if you need him in the postseason?
He works extremely hard, and he deserves to be rewarded. So coach can call upon him, and that's a special thing. So we just want him to be solid as he was and keep playing with that energy. He did a great job of that tonight.